right, let's go ahead and do this shit. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Friday Night Live stream. Yours truly, Josh Cannon, is up in this bitch. Yeah. Here's Justy, everybody. Justin's here. Don't worry. He won't be on stage, but he's here. So that's all that matters. So yeah. No, I don't remember where I got the shirt from. Somebody posted about it in my Discord, and I followed the link, and I just kind of bought it. And it's been pretty much one of the only shirts I wear when I do my live streams. So yeah, it's brought me good luck and great riches, I think. Is that for real? Did King Cobra really die today? Someone posted about it in Discord, but they were just saying that he was feeling ill, and now someone's saying in the chat that he actually died. That would be a fucking. Oh, really? He died. He did. Oh, jeez, that sucks. I never actually watched the dude's content, to be honest with you, but he did subscribe to my channel. He is subscribed to my YouTube channel. That popped up in one of my, when I checked the back end, it tells you who the new subscribers are. And it said King Cobra FP, whatever his fucking name was. And it was his actual channel. So that was kind of cool. Never really watched his stuff, but he seemed like a guy who had a lot of issues. Seemed like an alcoholic. I cannot relate to that. Cannot relate to the alcoholism part of it. As you all know, I don't touch the stuff. This almost looks like a thong for my can of soda here. All right. Was that the best segue after talking about the death of King Cobra? Is the coaster thong on my sody pop here? Rest in peace, Mang. Didn't really know his content, but whatever. Sorry for all of you who've gotten banned by Pat Contry on X. I wonder if I'm pre-banned. Dude, honestly, my Twitter account is so fucking small and pathetic on Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it. I never really cared about building a following on there. I only made a Twitter specific one for my YouTube channel so people could just tag that, which Smash JT tagged me a week or so ago after I made that Pat the NES Punk video. He gave me a shout out, so that was cool. And that's literally the only reason I have that account is, I don't know, if bigger creators want to DM me, they can DM me on there, I guess. Yeah. So I wasn't gonna. How many motherfucking YouTubers have done videos like this? Guys, I didn't want to talk about this video. I really didn't. Did not want to talk about it. No, I really didn't. I didn't really. Quite frankly, Rex Viper Live at this point is boring to me. I feel like pretty much after the last performance I reviewed by them, I felt like, okay, their singer's never gonna get it together. The band has gotten tighter, and I don't really have much complaints about the band at all. It's just the singer is just so blowing his vocals out, and he probably could be a good halfway decent singer. Won't go as far as say good, you know. I don't know. It's that guy had another band before Rex Viper, and obviously it was more on the serious side, but I don't think I could ever listen to that dude's music without associating that voice with Rex Viper, which that's like listening to Weird Al. If Weird Al Yankovic did a serious music project, you just couldn't take it seriously because it's oh, this is just Weird Al's voice singing over more serious music. So I don't know. My final thesis on that was the band has gotten better. They're not laughably terrible anymore, and the singer is always going to sing out of his range until eventually he blows his vocal cords out of his anus onto the stage floor, and then he will die. But everyone said that this particular show from June of this year that they just uploaded like a few days ago, everyone said that this was like worse than their first performance, which I did a video on their first performance, as a lot of you may know, and it was so like undeniably, unacceptably awful. Like, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that like a band was able to get on a stage in front of like, you know, a ticket buying audience to go to that convention, and like that's the kind of shit that they were treated to. So I had to make a video about that, because that just like, yeah, that blew my nuts right out of my anus, much like the British James's vocal cords. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not seeing this yet, but like I'm pretty dubious that this is going to be just as bad as the first performance or worse. So I'm not really going into this with like any with like a analyzing every tiny little mistake they make, going, oh, see right there, yeah, fuck them, they suck. Like, I'm not going in with that attitude. I'm going in like with like, okay, at this point I feel like they've gotten decent enough to where like if they do make some simple mistakes here and there, I'm not gonna like crucify them for it. Or it's just a complete train wreck. We shall fucking see, I guess. I'm already going to assume that British James is going to be struggling. So yeah, I guess let's get to it and do it. And maybe even screw it. Oh, the nose is already red from the rubbing. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's doing the cocaine. He's on the drugs. That was a sad attempt at a Mr. Plinkett voice. Oh my god, get the drugs out of your nose and get back to work. Been on like a little Mr. Plinkett bender here lately. Haven't really kept up with Red Letter Media much, but I don't know. I just went on a Plinkett binge recently. I was watching episode 1 and I thought, wow, this makes me have to take a dump. So I did, and it looked better than episode 1. I don't know if that's what I don't know if that's a joke from his actual show, but I feel like that's in the style of a Plinkett-esque joke. Time for the first beer of the night, fellas and ladies, all two of you ladies who are in the room here, and the fellas. Hell, I can do a little bit of a Hank Hill, but not really. No. No shots yet. A little. Let me dive into this beer a little bit. Then shot. Shot. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Okay, so I can just tell you right now, this sounds like something that was sounds like something that was pumped in like post production, the backing track. That's not as good as that sounded live. Like, it would have sounded way more echoey and shit. So this is like a direct in that they probably did after the fact. And I feel like once they start playing, it's gonna get like a lot weaker sounding. So just off the bat, noticing that. And hey, you know what? Fine, do that for the VOD version or the edited version after the fact, but yeah, that's definitely sounds like post-production added music. Correct. Ecstasy of Gold intro this is not, which is Metallica's infamous intro that they've been using for like, what, 50 years? almost ran into each other. That would have been funny. Oh, this is still pre-recorded shit right here. Like this, like there's no, the band has not started playing yet. Trust me. There it is. Rex Viper! Rex Viper! Jesus Christ. Yeah, that sounds more like what I would expect a live recording to sound like. Okay.
It's just a ball of dust underneath my feet. It rolls around the sun. It doesn't mean that much to me. I took a chance on the engine light, just like all the rest. I look inside, dig it out, 'cause there's no points for second best. There's a blazing fire in my heart tonight.
Okay, there's gonna be some cutting off, some starts and stoppings here. I don't care. It's Rex Viper. We're not stopping in the middle of 2001: A Space Odyssey or something. Actually, that's a very slow-paced movie. It would be very easy to stop in that. Anyway, $10 Canadian from Fumanchuan. However you say that. I came for the cute stream, ooh woo, but stayed for that. 2005 goatee, loving the streams at work. Joshy, the Music Awards ones are my fave. Yeah, I think I like the Music Awards ones the most myself, to be honest.
Growing higher and higher in my soul. There's a blazing fire in the sky tonight. I wanna ride on a silver dove, ride into the night till I make you take me on your mighty wings. Make you take me on your mighty wings across the sky.
I've heard him hit that a lot dirtier in the past. I'll say that. I've heard them hit that note way worse in the past.
Take me on your mighty wings. Take me on your mighty wings tonight.
Okay, so he cut the length of the note off a little bit to kind of preserve his voice. He wasn't going for it like he does in the studio recording. That's smart. Bro, what if I end up not criticizing this group enough? Are you guys still gonna even like me anymore? I don't know. I'm kind of dubious on that.
I'm on your mighty wings tonight.
Is that an SG? Either way, I love the paint job on James's guitar. I think that looks really cool. Okay, so no, they've not lowered the key. This is the same exact key. So I always hate this part of this song. Who on the mighty wings tonight? Comes on, like where he has to do that weird acrobatic melody thing there, because that melody was originally written for like a synthesizer. It wasn't meant for like a male baritone. Like maybe with like minor tenor capabilities, which is British James's vocal range. That melody was not made for that. So instead of being able to hit all those notes clean, he's going from his chest voice, which is your normal singing voice, to his falsetto voice. Then he's coming back with that yell thing. That's always been an awkward, stupid line. Okay, that's never changed. That's always been just a horrible fucking thing to try to melodically sing as a vocalist.
I'm on your mighty wings tonight. I do get things that cry your flight. So you can swing it your
Yes, predictably bad. Yes, still not a good Not a good melody at all. But okay. That's what you wrote back in the day, and god damn it, they're not going to change it now. He's choosing lower notes there. Good, smart. Thank you. You finally are figuring it out. Da, 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 da. That was the hit. That was the note he would used to hit. Da, 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 da. Which his voice is not set up for that. But now he's going either low or making some kind of like guttural sound. The first time he's like, ooh. Which that might have just been his vocal cords are already crapping out, and he's like, oh, I gotta make the rest of the concert. But then the second time he went like an octave low with it. It's like, yes, smart, do more of that. Like you're finally learning after like however many times they've played now. Schmitty's kettle corn live, $5. I'm ready to send you some kettle corn I can mail out on Monday. Do you eat pork? I will send you caramel corn, kettle, cheese, and pork rinds if yes. I don't think I like pork rinds. I'm gonna be honest with you, but all the other shit sounds great. My email is on my YouTube channel. Just email me, and I will send you a mailing address. I could just literally put the mailing address in the chat, but it'll scroll by too fast. Because it's not to my house, obviously. It's to a nightclub down the road. So if you want to show up there and wait for me to show up, at some point, you can do that. I'm sure my boss will appreciate the business of you buying a drink from there. But yeah, anyway, yeah, send me an email or I don't know. Here's got 127 people in the chat, so I'll just drop the Discord link in there right quick. You can join the Discord and send me a DM that way. And here it is. You're gonna have to. There's like a verify channel. You're gonna have to hit the little green check mark under verify before you can start interacting. And I've heard some people say they still have problems interacting even after that. So good luck to you. Hopefully some people can figure it out. Okay, Deacon is on his way to the nightclub there. 4219 St. John's Ave, Jacksonville, Florida, 32210. Yeah, cotton candy's dope.
Too many games! There's a crazy fire in my heart tonight. Water, growing power in my head. Yeah. There's a gelatin figure in my soul tonight. Going anywhere with the dance, singing to the sky till I make you take me all without a chance. Make you take me when you show you get up in the sky.
Again, he has done much worse in the past with that particular note. I'm not hearing any bass or low end whatsoever. Again, this sounds more like a board recording, like meaning that came straight from like the board. This sounds a lot better than like a cell phone recording. So I'm kind of surprised that, because like the bass guitar is usually always DI'd out, meaning that it would just be going straight through the board. It's weird that we don't get a heftier bass sound on here. Yeah, okay, anyway, so far.
Take me on your mighty wings, that had no
Oh, what the fuck was that? A little weird. Okay, had a trip up there. Musically, that was pretty significant. And British James, you can tell his voice is already getting kind of tuckered out. We're like about 4 minutes into the set of a 43-minute set. I guess like 38 minutes if you take off the intro that was like pretty long. That poor bastard. He's like, oh, we got another one guy trying to get through here. Better take a few shots there. My poor vocal cords. God, why won't these bunch of autistic idiots just lower the fucking chord? Please, somebody, for the love of God. For the love of me vocal cords, mate. Justin! I heard a random wow going off there, which I'm sure is lead guitar James. That guy's a fucking wild card, man. Sometimes he shows up and sometimes he doesn't. It's like moment to moment with him, like moment to moment, show to show. You don't know what that motherfucker's gonna do, how he's gonna fuck something up. Oh, that was pretty out of tune sounding. Someone needs to tune their guitar. And I don't know if James Rolfe is just doing rhythm. I mean, rhythm guitar is so fucking easy. It's like easier than bass. Because like you're just palm muting like pretty much the whole time. Like, I mean, there have been some rhythm guitar players that do maybe a little more, like Malcolm Young or something from AC/DC, but I mean, I don't know. You're not having to really do any heavy lifting. I'm thinking it's guy with stupid upside down strings who's doing the wonky bits. I'm gonna go on a wing and say that guy might have an alcohol problem because he was definitely intoxicated on their first show. I think he pulls it in and then lets it out. Like I said, it just depends. It depends on the show.
Too many games, 25. How are you doing tonight?
Those goofy ass fucking. They almost remind me of like Star Fox samples, like on the keyboard or whatever. Pow, 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 pow. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna hear a lot of those in this song, out the ass. Oh my God, that is like everybody did. That sounds like some like early '90s techno, little synthesizer sounds there in the background.
We're a band named Rex Raver. We play workout music for nuts.
That is some of the shittiest bass tone I've ever heard. What happened? Their remasters, he had this kind of fat, kind of like a little bit saturated bass tone from like say like a Sans amp, like a preamp or something. He had this fat fucking that is like that's like if you took the bass like on your EQ on your bass amp and you just turned the bass all the way down and the treble all the way up. It's like thin as a fucking line of fucking floss. I was trying to think of a fucking analogy off the top. See, this is better why it went scripted for me, because it's just going off of like my first reactions here. Whoa, okay. That is not a hard rhythm. That is eighth notes, sir. You should be able to hold down those eighth notes. But they come in off time. And I did notice the drummer is wearing headphones, so there must be some kind of click track going on here. Yeah, I mean, well, he already establishes a beat at the beginning anyway. Hold on, go back. No, but past that. Okay, here we go.
Too many games, 25. How are you doing tonight? We're a band named Rex Raver. We play workout music for nuts.
Okay, so you got like shouldn't be too hard. Sounds like he's struggling a little bit on them eighth notes there. Let's see. Kind of lagging a little bit there. Lagging a little bit. Okay, that's weird that the bass player would be droning on, that looks like a, what is that, like a C? I think that's a C. He's like droning on the C, and they're going like E or no, it would be D to C to B flat to C, and he's just still droning on the C. It's interesting. I mean, I've heard that in music before a lot of times, but it just sounds weird here for some reason. There's those goofy ass keyboard samples and like that they actually synthesize those sounds probably to where whenever Dino hits a key, it does a various pitch of that or whatever. It sounds really goofy in the background though.
Push it to the limits. Walk along the razor's edge. Don't look down, just keep your head up and be finished. Open up the limits. Past the point of no return. Reach the top, but still you gotta learn how to keep it. Hit the wheel, double the six. Barrel rolling like a bat out of hell. You crash the gates. Crash the gates. Going for the back of beyond. Nothing's gonna stop you, there's nothing that's wrong. Don't close now, you're nearly at the brink, so push it. Ooh, yeah. Walking to the limits. Take it maybe one step more. The power game's still playing.
Okay, I was just checking in my ears to make sure that this is a mono mix or a stereo mix. It's definitely a mono mix, and like, yeah, I guess the lead guitar player is just phased the fuck out per usual. We're not even seeing a lot of footage of him. I wonder if this is another one of those where it's like, lead guitar James has had too much to drink. Turn his shit down and keep the camera off of him, because haven't heard a lot. Maybe I will hear more of it, like when his parts become relevant. I don't know, but yeah, it's just basically showing the bass player, Dino, British James, regular James, and the drummer so far.
Oh, you better win it.
Dude, how do they not have their sound dialed in by now? Like, now it sounds like the bass is like, it's like pushing too hard on like with the preamp, and it's like probably peaking on the board, so you're getting kind of this like artificial distortion, and it just doesn't sound good at all. The keyboards are a little too loud, I would say, in the mix for sure. It's like, how do they not have this shit figured out by now, dude? Yeah, that's a farty sounding bass tone for sure.
Push it to the limits. No one left to stand in your way. You might get killed, but you'll never be safe. But it's a limit. Push it to the limit. Standing on a razor's edge. Don't look down to keep your head.
Yes, the bass does sound like a flat tire. That is a good comparison.
You're spinning. Yeah, yeah. Push it to the limit. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Push it to the limit. Hey, yeah. Push it to the limit. Hey, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was a solid ending. I mean, that was pretty on point. Oh, okay. They did a cut here because now they're all wearing different outfits. So this is a curated video. This is edited, folks. This is not just some fan footage. $5 super chat from Wyatt Marchek. I've heard several bar bands that sound far. Oh, for sure. Are you kidding me? Yeah, absolutely. Jeopardy music. Okay, so I think one of Dino's keyboards or keys isn't working because it's like dun, 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 dun. There's like a note that's missing, but I don't think it's because he's not playing it. I think it's because he is playing it. It's just not sounding. And then the drummer just tried to point out, like laugh and point out with the stick. And when the drummer did that, then the drummer got off time because the drummer is not good enough to be doing improvisation like that and have it still make sense. Here, watch. See if you can pick it out. See, there's that first. It's missing. 8 points. And then he fucks up. And they all, and it's like a little mini like 3-second train wreck there because the drummer should have never done that. Oh, that bass tone. Yeah, that lead guitar ain't getting no love whatsoever. God, they got him so low in the fucking mix. You can't hear that shit at all. Dude, it's a fucking bummer when like shitty bands wear like t-shirts of good bands. Like he's got like a Misfits shirt on. Which honestly is not saying a whole lot because, like, everybody owns a Misfits shirt. You probably own a Misfits shirt right now. Anyone watching, you probably own a Misfits shirt and you don't even know it. Just go and check your closet right now. You're going to be like, oh, shit, I own a Misfits shirt. I didn't realize that. So it's like the most, like, go-to stock band shirt to own besides a Nirvana smiley face shirt. But, yeah. Like, whenever British James wore the Nine Inch Nails shirt, that one's for that one show, when apparently he wears it in one of the music videos, and it's like, oh, that's a shame. Wow, that was an awkward, like, they were, like, really, like, a lot of distortion and shit, and then they just, like, it's like everyone hit their stomp box pedals at the same time, and, like, just, okay, now we're back to clean tones here, like, wow, that was, like, a fucking, like, a head jerk moment, like, that. Okay, well, now his shit seems to be working. What are these transitions? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Now we're like out of nowhere. We're just, the drums aren't really changing. We just have James going, jun, 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 but everything's still kind of, it just kind of like comes out of nowhere. Oh, okay. $5 illiterate. Let's talk about Rex, baby. Thank you for the super chats. It helps, as Pat Contra would say, it helps keep the lights on and my hot tub fixed with all my various adjustments and cycles fully functional. And Happy Meals in my refrigerator for later because I like to eat them cold. Okay, how many of you out here feel like what's about to happen is gonna suck? I feel like his voice is not gonna be up for this. I just hear it already. I kind of hear the little bit of fatigue. Like, if you expect this to produce a high, soaring 80s tone, I don't think so, but we'll see. Bro, when you have to bend over because you're like retching to get out the note, that's not any kind of technique that any vocal coach would I'm not even a fucking vocal coach, but I've seen enough videos online to know that, like, you know, you're up here singing, then you have to bend over and retch out the fucking note. That is not a vocal technique. You're the best around. Break it down. You're the best around. Break it down. Like, that's not how it goes, man. Sorry. Oh. Not saying he's nearly as fat or as cool, but if you kind of squint sometimes, the drummer, you get little hints of Justy, because he's kind of got that bouffant hair, similar shaped face, glasses. If you squint sometimes, but no, it's not him. But sometimes I'm like, is that Justin? No, that's not Justin. There it is. We'll call that the retching. British James's trademark retch to hit the notes when they need to be hit. Bro, for this song, if I was like Dino's dad, I would just like walk on stage and just grab the keys from him and be like, All right, you're playing them too much now. You're doing too much with the keys. We gotta pull them away. You're stepping all over everything else with it, and it doesn't sound cool. Like, all right, stop fucking around with the keyboard, Dino. Put them away. All right, now I hear the lead guitar. Oh no, now we're treated to a full screen of those stupid clips where they do the boomerang thing back and forth, the Karate Kid shit. I hate that shit so bad. I don't know, I guess I'm in this shitty band. Oh, look at that. They're doing little montages. And hell yeah, fucking Stan, this absolutely would make it into Steakhouse fist fight. Oh, that background image is that's so fucking, shit looks so gay in a good way, as in like two men who are in love with each other, not in the negative way. That's how it looks. Bro, he looks like he's on the ground, like he just like broke. He just like fucking busted ass, like doing a skateboard trick or some shit. Just then, like, he's like, hey dude, you all right, dude? Like, they just dubbed over his lead from another show on here because he actually did fall and bust his ass. I don't know, maybe just coming up, spitballing off the top of my head here tonight, guys. Never done a live Rex Viper live thing before. None of that sounded particularly good, guitar wise. Okay, I don't know the original well enough to like be like, yeah, that's what he does in the studio version. That just does not sound good to me. This is when Dino's dad needs to come take him off the stage, grab the keyboard. Okay, son, these guys are trying to like attempt to play their garage band music, and you're just banging on shit behind them. Dino, stop pounding on that thing. It sounds awful. All right, now who keeps playing with my grandma's doorbell, okay? Stop punching the button there, or we're not getting you McDonald's. Pat Contri, stop hitting that button. Stop playing with grandma's doorbell, dude. Seriously.
You're the best around. Voices guessing in the sun. You're the best around. You're the best around.
Okay, why do I feel like he says you're the best around, no one's gonna ever keep you down like a billion times? Is it because I'm pausing it too much, or does he really just say it that much?
That's worth a cheer.
Oh, we still got that keyboard sound. Gang gang. That epic 90s keyboard stab. Now see what James is doing right now. This is why the nerd takes backseat. Like, he feels way more badass doing this shit. Like, this is 100 times more invigorating to his soul than any fucking AVGN video is anymore. So the leather jacket, faux leather jacket, I'm assuming. Sunglasses, indoor sunglasses, hat, all that shit. Little, bumblebee stripe guitar. This is why nerd sucks now. Because this is where James's heart and soul lie at this point. Making workout music for nerds.
A hungry heart keeps it going strong. Used to say when things are going all wrong. All my life I've been searching for the sun. Now like a thief in the night, I've got nowhere to run. But I'll never surrender. No, I'll never give it up without a fight. I made a vow to never stop, to keep the faith, take it right to the top of the way.
I mean, so far, this one sucks the least. Which is not saying anything for this band, but that's what I'm hearing.
That I'll never surrender.
Oh, wait, he couldn't pull off Never Surrender. Like, is that however note to hit? 'Cause I'll never surrender. That's not a hard note to hit, for me at least.
No, I'll never give it up without a fight. And I'll always remember how it feels after praying your dreams alive. Whoa, boy.
Oh, God, please lose that keyboard stab. My God, that sounds awful. They already used it on the Star Fox one. Don't let that be an in-house preset that's used on every song. That's going to be rough. Oh, God, I hate that sound. Yeah, orchestra hits. Yeah, that's a preset sound I'm looking for. Yeah, it's orchestra hits. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Yup. Oatcakes asks, why didn't they mix the board audio proper before publishing this? Do you really think any of these guys know how to fucking do that? I think they were just given the board mix as like, the dude bounced it as like a stereo mix and just gave them like the wave or the MP3 where it was just like already. Because, I mean, that's why you have, like, a good sound check, you know. And, I mean, as far as I know, this shit might have sounded different in the audience if we're just getting a board mix, which I think this is that for sure. Any kind of, like, ambient noise we're getting through whatever live mics were, you know, miking the amps or the drums or whatever. I don't know if they would have one in the audience or not. If they were smart, they would, but I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the loudness of the audience cheering in between songs. I forgot if it's loud or not. Proper concerts, you mic the audience as well, so you got all the cheers and shit in there, and ambient sounds and shit. Bye, future voice, James. Every time after time with this guy, it's just like same shit, bro. And how come in Rex Viper, whenever someone's smiling on stage, because, you know, it's like, in other bands, it's like, oh, man, you can tell those guys are having fun. They're jamming out, you know. They're smiling and shit. Eddie Van Halen's always smiling on stage. How come in Rex Viper, when someone's smiling, it looks like they're like, it's like a nervous, like, you know, when monkeys have anxiety, they smile to, like, let the other monkeys know there's, like, danger around. Like, that's kind of how these guys smile on stage. Like, oh, God, Jesus Christ, can this set please be fucking over so I can go to the bar and hit on some chicks? $5, beautiful Vash, deep baby. Just leaking the contents of our DMs out into the world. Oh, is this I'm thinking it is. Lead guitar player's got some kind of chorus pedal in his tone, I'm hearing. I guess it's to give it that more 80s vibe. But I don't know, I'm used to only hearing that tone from like really good like 80s bands that their guitar player actually can like play really good. It's weird hearing like a not so tight at all band for this show use that tone. That's some real like shop talk for guitar players there that I won't further elaborate on. Dude, that bass guitar is so out of tune. It sounds like it's this oscillating fan around my head. It's like, it's like the beginning of "Check My Head" by Alice in Chains. But it was on purpose when Alice in Chains did it, and it sounded cool as fuck. Not so cool in this. This is just inaccurate or not tuning your bass or. Something's out of tune. I think it sounds like the bass to me. Oh, there's the orchestra hit again. Quonk, 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 quonk. Yeah. Oh, missed that one. Oh. Every time the bass is like hitting like a quarter note, it just sounds like a fart. It's like front, 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 front. Rising up, back on the street. Give my time, took my chances. Whoever this is, I'm back on my feet. Just a man that is willing to survive. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the chains of the past. God, this. I was so used to hearing the remasters because they just like did a video on their remastered versions of these songs, and they sound so much more cleaned up and shit. And this is like regressed like 10 years previous before they even knew each other. It's like sounds fucking, I don't know. It's just like audio pollution at this point. Yeah, the tones are just not here at all. Bass is out of tune. Singers just. There's no like spacing in his words. It's just like they're all just one bit. It's all the lyrics are just one long compound word. Like there's no like staccato kind of rhythmic patterns to his singing. It's just all like one long, the notes just words and notes just all combining and not sounding so great. I don't know, man. Weird keyboard choices. Using that orchestral stab sound for every song on here so far. Come on, James, do it. Do it. This is your part. We want duck walk. Son of a bitch. Yeah, see the little Mega Man guy up front? Like that's the kind of like cosplay people that Rex Viper gets. It's not the hot cosplay chicks. It's dudes who make Mega Man helmets out of blue duct tape. Okay, I see Dino using the mod wheel there and the pitch, and it's mainly the mod wheel, but I think Dino is probably a pretty legitimate musician, fairly, although I've heard him fuck up a little bit, but I don't know, I gotta think the people around you kind of influence that a bit. It almost looks like an MXR Phase 90 that he's toggling with his left hand there. I think any of the guitar players out there, the little orange rectangular box, that's what it looks like, but I don't know. And this part does sound maybe like it would have some phaser on it. Okay, those are some wonky notes, and I just said how good he was. All right, well, making me look like an asshole every 2 seconds here, Rex Viper. Thank you. No, it's not a Phase 90. It's got two knobs on it instead of just the big one knob. Gave up on that chant really quick. Hey! Hey! All right. Done with that. Hey, was the breakdancing guy in the tiger suit? Was he in the original? He wasn't in the original video. Is this bonus, like concert only content that only these nerds at Too Many Games got to see? Because I do not remember the man in the tiger outfit. I bet it's Mike Matei. James had him over the barrel in some kind of shitty contractual agreement where it's like, yeah, Sorry, can you dance around in this like tiger outfit like we used to do? Mike's like, James, I'm banging Aaron and I'm too busy stroking my 10-incher yelling at my own video games. Yeah, gonna sue your ass if you don't get in that tiger suit and dance. What's with the random the random like guitar, like unnecessary guitar, like you're not muting the strings, like the strings that you're not playing, you're not like muting them enough with like the fleshy parts of your fingers. And that sounds kind of funny, I know, but like when you're sounding a chord and on a 6 string, say you're sounding only 3 notes, and there's another 3 notes that you don't want played because you're trying to make it sound tight. So you use like this part of your finger or just whatever, man. Like fucking Metal Dad's in the chat. He'll bag me up on this one. He plays instruments. But like, yeah, you mute the parts with, you know, the other parts of your finger that you don't want played. And I just don't think they do that here 9 times out of 10. They just let errant notes just kind of ring out at certain points that are really supposed to be super tight to make that part work. They do that in the original, the Huey Lewis song. Just at that little space, he goes, cha. And I always like that part. I don't know. I like that. I thought it added to it. I thought it was cool. They never do that on here. It's like just little things like that. It's kind of cute, kind of cool. Dude, these guitar tones, like when put together, when James's distorted tone and lead James's distorted tone, it sounds like fire ants crawling around in my head right now. Oh, whoa, now we're switching to a cell phone recording? Why is he all like room reverbed now? We got like a live mic situation going on now, like room reverb and everything. That's weird. Did the board mix fuck up at that part? Okay, this is parsnickety as fuck, but on Dino's blamp, 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 blamp on the keyboard, there's something called a release knob when it comes to the attack, decay, sustain, release. There's like a abbreviation for it. The release is just like after you hit a say a chord sequence, like with the synth pad, not pad, but just the synth patch that he's using. I would have turned the release knob up so like after you take your fingers off, it still like rings out a little bit, got a little bit of sustain to it. These are like, it's so short. Like as soon as he takes his fingers off, it's like, It should have more of a fatter kind of trail off for that patch. But again, said it's very nitpicky, but that's what I would have done if I were him.
That's the power of love. That's the power.
Exactly. Release Dino's knob. That's what I'm getting at.
Power of love. The first time you feel it, it make you sad. Next time you feel it, it make you mad. But you'll be glad when you found. That's the power that makes the world go round. It don't take money, don't take fame, don't need a credit card to write you good straight. It's strong and it's solid, it's cool sometimes, and it might just save your life. You see that only love is fair, yeah, but you don't care, 'cause you know what to do when it gets over you. And with a little help from above, you'll feel the power of love.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, a bunch of like neighborhood like kids, like little punk asses, like run into the venue before the band got on stage and just fucked about with like the tuning pegs on every single one of the stringed instruments there, because like they're all like a few semitones up, few semitones down. Like, Black Manta, $5 super chat, helping the grift. Thank you. Glad someone is. Gotta fix my hot tub. Also wanted to let you know Diddy hosts the 2005 VMAs. Oh God, that's one we might have to watch at some point.
Can you feel it? The burn love!
Bro, I covered like one of their last live performances. They like had this shit down. I thought that like, all right, they got it figured out. They're, you know, I mean, again, yeah, you can have bad nights, but Jesus, almost everyone in the band's having a fucking bad night. I mean, James is arguably the hardest one to critique because he's the fucking rhythm guitar player, so he stands out the least. And I think he chooses it to go down that way on purpose. Lance Belko, $5. Love the show. Just wondering, are you a fan of Who Are These Podcasts? Anyhow, Rip King Cobra, JFS, make an insane combo drink tonight for Josh. Yes, I do love WATP. I've listened to them a lot. I am a fan of Who Are These Podcasts. And yes, Rip King Cobra, like I said earlier, he subscribed to me like a year ago on here. I don't know why, but it seems like anybody who's like who's like really big or really well known, because Rich from Review Tech USA subscribed to my channel, and then his channel just nuked it. King Cobra subscribes to my channel, then he dies. Just saying, if you're over 100K subscribers, maybe think twice before subscribing to my channel. I seem to have bad juju surrounding me. Primus does suck, I agree. What is this sound that I'm hearing right now? What is this music, bro? What is this music? Seriously, yeah, Titus 224. Listen to this mess. Exactly. This is like Black Midi right now, dude. For real. Like this is like Black Midi performed live. What the fuck is this? Hawk Bird Tree, $5. Do you think they asked Kyle Justin to be in the band and he said no? Well, apparently he's this like renowned not architect, but he does like, you know, Or maybe he is an architect. I don't fucking know. Carpenter does something with the building of the shit, and yeah, apparently he's kind of embarrassed that like he's most well known for writing the AVGN theme. Wow, that is like one of the worst bass tones I've ever heard. Like from a band that has played in front of hundreds of people. Yeah, wow, that's... I mean, even if it was coming straight from the board, you know, if he's going through like a preamp, which he was in the remastered recordings, you'd still hear that. But all we're hearing is like the thinnest, like almost like you mic'd a practice amp or you DI'd. Well, practice amps usually don't even have DI outs, but some of the fancier practice amps do. But this sounds like, all right, Metal Dad, stay with me on this one. So say you have an active bass guitar and you have the 9-volt battery in and all that, and it's in active mode. But then you pull the knob out and it turns passive. You can turn into a passive bass. That's exactly what this tone... It sounds like it's supposed to be an active bass, but it's in passive mode. That's exactly what this tone sounds like. I know that went over some people's heads, but whatever. What are those notes? British James, do not distract lead guitar James. He cannot afford any other mental bandwidth outside of what he's doing right now. What is that in the end of that headstock? Is that a tuner that I see? I don't know what else that could be. The black little plastic thing protruding from the headstock. Yeah, it sounded sexual. That to me looks like a tuner that he is not using. Probably because you need to mute your guitar to activate for that to really kind of work if you want to do any active tuning and not have your audience hear you go boing, 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 boing. No one wants to hear that live. But there's no breaks in between these songs. It's bam, 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 bam. Like you need to add like, or at least that's how they edited it, but from any other time I've ever seen this band play live, and it's been a lot now, unfortunately, they don't really have a whole lot of breaks where you can tune your fucking instruments. Like, that's one thing I think I've never brought up in any of the other X Viper videos that's so fucking important. Guitars, stringed instruments, not so much bass guitars. So that guy was fucked from the beginning, whoever the other guy is, but electric guitars, those shits go out of tune all the time, especially for whatever reason the G string. I don't know why it's always the goddamn G string that goes out of tune the worst, but yeah, they go out of tune. You need to tune between every song. Yeah, it does sound like a saggy ass active bass where like the 9 volts just like on its last leg. Wait, that's a Fender Jazz bass. Those are not active basses to my knowledge. Yeah, I don't think that's it. That almost looks like the Geddy Lee issued Fender Jazz bass. But yeah, to my knowledge, those are not active basses. Most of Fender basses are passive. Oh, James found out if you slide something metal across the strings, it does like a slidey sound. You know, like slide guitar. Like what they've been doing in like blues music since the beginning of time, and folk music, country music. I want to get fucked in a fun house by a clown while listening to this music. Like Dino's got a little bit of things that he can do there. You know, this isn't his first day playing keyboard. Smitty's Kettle Corn Life. How often do bands need to practice before they do a show? Just in general, as long as it fucking takes. That's how many times. As long as it takes before everyone as a band is like, all right, we feel pretty confident. Sounds pretty fucking good. This is kind of like the best we're going to sound. And then even when you reach that point, you practice a few more times. And then after that, you're ready to play a show. These guys didn't do even to the 3 out of the 5 members feel good about it. I just held up 3. I was doing actually this. You couldn't see that one. Yeah, no, they never got to that point. Since I got all these eyeballs on me, might as well do a little bit of promoting. Watch the numbers drop. If you want to check me out on Patreon for a bunch of exclusive Patreon-only reviews, you'll get a fucking sticker. It's in the chat there if you want to check that out. Buzz around there and see what you get. There's a bunch of exclusive reviews. I review Doug Walker's review of The Room. Do a lot of music-based ones. And if you want some free shit, here's the link to my Discord. Get a bunch of new weirdos in there that perhaps might be trolls. Okay, back to the show. The links are in the chat.
The moment of truth, trust me. Time will not allow you to stand still. No, silence breaks the heart, that's a will. Things that give me passions are your sword. Rules and regulations have no meaning anymore. Hearts on fire, so desire, angels in weather. Hearts on fire, fevers rising high. The moment of truth is here.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got some kind of chorusy 80s guitar tone there. I actually like that tone a lot. Not for this band and not for that guitar player, but I do like that tone. I've always been a fan of the chorus pedal myself.
Well, yeah!
have played that part way smoother in the past. I don't know what the fuck. The lead guitar player, man. Whenever he like, I don't know, bro. Like sometimes I wonder. I don't wish this upon anybody, but I'm like, I don't know, like 3/4, 4/5, yeah, like 4/5 of this band look like they could all have heart attacks at any minute. They just have but especially the lead guitar player, just got that beat red, like just shitty blood pressure, just off the goddamn chart blood pressure. Like you just anytime he does a solo, you're like, just hope the guy gets through it, you know? Like looks like the the systolic and diastolic are going just off the charts at those moments. There's so much stress going on. So this part, I don't think it's a matter of like people aren't aware of what Rex Viper does at this point in their show. Currently, like I think this is more of a case of we know this part when we just don't want to like sing along to it because we're just kind of coming to watch the train wreck. Because they've seen all of my videos and they know what to expect. No, I mean, at this point, Jesus, I've been talking about this band for like 4 years now, it seems like. For as long as they've been around, I've been talking about them, I feel like. So I feel like there's got to be a good amount of this crowd that has a working knowledge of the various reviews that I've done on this band. Because the numbers have gone up there, especially for some of the older ones.
Your beautiful jeans.
Oh, you can see a little counter they got there right behind British James's leg. They got like a countdown showing their set time. That's interesting. That's actually super fucking helpful. I wish they did that at every show. Like, that would be fucking awesome. Because, like, usually you like, if it's a small enough show, you kind of have to, like, ask the sound guy, hey, do we got time for one more? And the sound guy's like, yeah, you got time for maybe one more song. Or they're like, no more time. You're done. Gotta get off stage. They're usually muffled for some reason. Yeah, that'd be super helpful to have, like, a big, bright display of, like, this is how much time you have left. Like, that'd be cool. $1.99 super chat from Gerald. That's the first instinct that I had. Jesus Christ. Top 5 video game cover bands. Check out Vomitron. I really like Bit Brigade. Video game cover bands. Shit, I don't know. Like, there's some ones I've seen on YouTube that were pretty cool. Burning Idol. Mysterious Man, POW. He does like just piano covers of Mega Man songs mainly, but he's like fucking sick as shit. In fact, I was thinking about after this is over, I might bring up some Bit Brigade, and just so you guys can see how it's done right with if you're gonna do Mega Man music live, because they are kind of fucking amazing to watch, especially their fucking bass player and drummer. Like, I don't know, they're all like super, and nobody sings. There's no singer. It's all instrumental, which is all anybody wants anyway. Like, for fuck's sakes. Like, nobody wants to hear. We don't need anyone to try to like. But I think Brentalfloss already fucking did that. I never really listened to Brentalfloss's shit that much, but like I think he already like went that route anyway. bro, like, who misses when James Rolfe would take chances on stage and he would, like, jump, like, off the 2-foot riser and land on his feet and be like, yeah! Like, but he, like, puts a lot of consideration into it before he makes the jump, you know? Like, he's like, I don't know, man. Fuck. If I sprain my foot, there's no more AVGN, so I'm gonna have to be like, sorry, April. When I'm not able to, you know, stand up for ExpressVPN ads, I gotta sit down instead. Then the Bulls are gonna be hella pissed at me, and they're gonna take it on my Hadouken. I just miss when James took chances on stage, you guys. I need a break from that. Bottom Barrel Budget Films, $2 retort. Video game cover bands? What is this, 2009? I don't know. Yeah, was that like a poppin' thing back then? Do you think Mike Matei records all the footage that they use for the backgrounds there whenever they use video game footage? Do you think that's all Matei when Aaron's playing around with his 10-incher while he's like doing the gameplay at the same time, you know, just to keep him motivated? What's up, Aaron? How's it going? Too busy hitting Aaron? Damn. Oh, there he goes! Oh, he just did jump. He did it. Hey, they didn't show it really on camera, but he did it. He jumped, bro. God, he was up there long enough. He had time to think about his entire life. Like, he mentally went through the entire AVGN movie making nerd. Like, he went through the whole thing in his head. Like, is it game over or is it continue? Like, to his jump, and he said game over. That was actually an attempt at killing himself in Minecraft just then, but it went horribly wrong. He was hoping, he thought that drop would have taken him out, and he doesn't really have a good relationship to, like, anyway. That joke was undercooked joke. Moving on.
A couple more here for you. Why not? Let's do it.
That's one of the last things you want to hear from Rex Viper, or any band that sucks, because I've been in this situation many times. The band already sucks, and it's like, all right, we got a couple more for you, and I'm just in my mind, I'm thinking, can you just have one more for me, please, and just be over with it? Can it be over with after just the one, and then we can just, like, move on to the next band? Or my band can play, and then I can go home, you know, kind of deal, because usually I'm playing with other bands in these situations. I feel like Mike Matei could be in the band, but, you know, like in the 70s, like classic rock bands, how there was always a big gong behind the drummer for some fucking reason. They used it for one song, but the gong had to be there for some. It's like very much a trope of 70s cock rock. So what I think Mike Matei could do, have the gong, Matei hits it with that soft 10-incher, whang, all like to finish out the show. I think that's how you do it. He wears a sock, of course, to keep it appropriate for the kids in the crowd, but you know, he hits it with his meat sock, hits the gong, and that's the end of the show, and everyone has to go home. I found that more funny than it probably is. Dong gong, exactly.
Well, am I making me so could be making me? What's I'm living till I keep a battle.
Oh, is this the Sonic Boom one? Is this the I've not familiarized with the other Rex Viper music videos outside of Push It to the Limit and You're the Best. Other than the 4 classics, of course. I'm guessing this is the Bad Religion one. Which what a like out of left field choice for it's supposed to be like 80s inspirational whatever. Now you're gonna do a Bad Religion song? Okay.
I gotta go faster, keep up the pace, just to see the human race. I could go supersonic.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Telling me there's life exists beyond this. Willing to sink, I just accelerate to oblivion. To oblivion, Now here I go again, everything is alien. How does it feel with the effect of this culture change? My thesis answers, I'm relentless. When measured in a fade, I could go supersonic. The power's chronic. Tell me there's life exists beyond it. Willing to sink, I just accelerate to oblivion. To oblivion,
Yeah. I don't know about that choice. I gotta pray about that one for a little bit. I gotta get back to you guys on that choice. I just don't know about it. I just don't know if it's. I don't think it's. I think it might not be cool. That's just me. Might not have been the move for him. Might not have been the move for him.
Sure.
No. It's a mic failure.
To the heights, it's a supersonic flight. Gotta keep it going. If you run, you can fly. You can reach the other side of the rainbow. 1, 2.
My autism is flaring up. I feel like that came from like a true place in your heart there. That's why that was always funny to me. Because this would make some people with autism, this would make their shit flare up, I feel like.
Sonic boom, sonic boom.
Who is that? Whoa, hold on a second. Who is that? Who's that guy?
It's alright, take a chance, 'cause there is no circumstance you can handle.
Well, that guy's got like vibrato and way more of a presence to his voice. I'll give him that.
Make your move, figure it out, 'cause our life is all about it's your adventure.
You ready? Too many games.
We don't know time.
Shot it.
Sonic boom!
Sonic.
Sonic boom! Sonic boom!
Sonic.
Sonic! 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 Sonic boom! Johnny Gione, everybody!
See you tomorrow night.
You know, see, once you start adding people in the band who might be more talented than the person who's actually doing the thing, you're running the risk of upsetting the very delicate balance that is Rex Viper as we know it. You already saw what happened when you removed Justin and Kieran and replaced them with Dino. That already upset the force very much. Now you're going to have a guy who actually like cuts through the mix, has some vibrato, a little bit of flatness to the notes, but like you can tell the dude's probably a singer, probably a decent singer. Had the la, but I'm not gonna do the full-on Judas Priest fucking Rob Halford shit, but yeah, no, he's got more of that going on than British James ever does. You can't upset the force of the Viper, bro. You can't have more talented people in the band. You can't have less talented people. It's hard to get less talented, but Justin kind of hit that metric. Yeah, you're upsetting the force right now, and we're all kind of spurging out currently because that just threw me for way more of a loop than what I was expecting. Bottom barrel budget films, $2. Sonic! Yeah. Sonic. Sawnik. That's exactly phonetically how it would go.
All right, Brandy!
Okay, so the chat says 71% thinks the was actually not cool. 71%. 57 votes people saying that is not cool. There he goes again. Hey man, don't be trying no improv on stage. British James is not prepared to deal in the world of improv right now. Like, they are on a hyper autistic schedule. Everything must be planned just so for them to perform even at these low levels that they're performing at. So what are you doing right now? First of all, Johnny from Crush 40, what are you doing? Oh, shut up and just get on with the rest of the fucking set. Jesus Christ. All right, let's go. Thank you. You did it. I mean, it was a very hard edit, but whatever. I'll take it.
Alone on a summer night. You're deep in love, but you're deeper in the woods. Ah!
Do you think James Rolfe, like, if he was to do a part 2 to his autobiography, he'd be like, whenever I played in Rex Viper, we would sometimes on the show do cool things like wear Jason masks. It was pretty awesome. It was my idea. But as I played guitar in the mask, I realized how it must have felt like to be in bands like Slipknot, a very heavy metal band who always plays in masks. Yeah, it was very comparable to what they must go through every night. I couldn't believe it. I could barely breathe, but it was still cool.
Doing all right. Did you hear that voice? Did you see that face? Was it just a dream? This can't be real, that only happens, babe, on the movie screen. Whoa, 'cause he's back. He's a man behind the mask, and he's out of control. He's back, the man behind the mask, and he crawls back out his hole. You're swinging with your girl out on Lover's Lake, and the wind will blow. It chills your bones, but you're still on your face. But the moon was full, and you had a chance to be all alone. But you're not alone. This is your last dance and your last one. Whoa, 'cause he's back. It's the man behind the mask, and he's out of control. He's back, the man behind the mask. And he crawls back out his hole.
Right, to be fair, I don't know what the original version of this song sounds like to save my fucking life. I have no idea what the original sounds like. I'm sure it sounds better than this, but I got nothing to compare this to. Yeah, I know it's an Alice Cooper song, but I have no idea what the original version sounds like. It sounds better. Yeah, I figured.
If you see it coming, get away if you can. Just keep on running, run as fast as you can.
I also feel like this is like Allison. Oh shit! I almost said like a way better band. Alice in Chains. I almost feel like this is Allison Cooper's. Alice Cooper's. I feel like this is kind of his lame '80s time. He's like, your lips are venomous poison, poison running through my veins. That was like a pop song basically with like guitars. Like it was very un-Alice Cooper of him doing that kind of weird. But I mean, I don't know. I guess that. It was the sound of the times.
He's a dangerous, dangerous man. And he's out tonight, and he's watching you, and he knows your house. No, don't turn out the lights. Whoa, 'cause he's back. He's a man behind the mask. And he's out of control, he's back. So he's back. He's the man behind the mask, and he's out of control. He's back. The man behind the mask, and he crawls back out his hole. Oh my God, that was terrifying. All
right, we got a $1.99 super chat. James comes up to you. What would you say? I would say, dude, you're the reason why I started making YouTube videos, and YouTube's kind of like a big part of like what I do now for fun, for a hobby, for a living to a certain degree. At the same time, I've been quite critical of some things that you have done, but nonetheless, I still at least owe you a debt of gratitude for, I don't know, like just making it seem so effortless and easy that so many other people tried to do it and ripped you off, myself included, but eventually found our own voices. And I don't know, like a whole generation of YouTubers like owe a debt of gratitude to James Rolfe. So that's what I would say to him.
We are Rex Piper. We play workout music for nuts, and we friggin' love you. This is where we played our very first show, and never forget.
But your band sucks, James. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Data Mouth, $2. The bass sounds terrible. It does. We've established this many times. The bass is probably the MVP of this show. Most valuable player of not tuning your goddamn instrument and just kind of standing out with shitty bass tone and av tune low end. And I couldn't even hear him for the first like song or two. And then when I did, it was like, oh shit, now I really hear him, and it's distractingly bad. the lead singer sounds so like fatigued. Like his voice sounds so tired. Like I don't think he could have sang another song if he wanted to. Like I don't know how they think that this is like a sustainable model of playing music. MK Solid, $1.99 super chat. Any word on Ian Ferguson? Any word on why Ian Ferguson is moving back east? Probably because Pat, the NES Punk, is kind of dismantling systematically like everything that he ever like created. Like he's killing off Pat the NES Punk. Flea Market Madness is done. CU Podcast, they can do it remotely now. They have done it remotely, so that can just kind of keep going every month or so whenever they have a brand deal that they have to, fulfill. Ask Frank has been dead. Yeah, I mean, Pat just kind of wants to like make books now. Like he just wants to like do that and do the podcasts, the CU Podcast every now and then. The Not So Common shit with that Alex guy, not a fan. I was more into the Not So Common podcast when he just had other YouTubers on there who I like knew, but like I don't know who that Alex guy is, and like I listened to a few episodes. It just sounds like that guy's trying really hard to like be like a good, bump against Pat to get into a discussion and really offer some gripping things to listen to. But like, I don't know who this guy is and I don't care. Like no one knew who Ian was, and that's probably why it took a couple years for that to catch on. I mean, it might catch on for Not So Common, but I doubt it. I think people are kind of over Pat in general at this point. I don't know. He could always make a comeback, maybe. I don't know. I think there's only so many. I think there's a finite amount of Nintendo consoles that you can make guidebooks on. So I don't know. And then there's his Twitch stream. Mustn't forget about Pat's Twitch stream. That's an easy grift. That's an easy ass way to make money. My God, like, why would you ever stop doing that? Why would you ever stop doing that Twitch stream? Like, that would be so stupid to like stop doing that. You got over 16K people following your shit. Probably at least half of them are paid members. If any of you guys saw my video on Pat's weird Twitch grift, then you know that minimal effort, basically show up. You can even eat while you watch old TV. You don't even have to say anything. It's almost like in The Sopranos. Like, remember that show, The Sopranos? They would have like those no-show jobs where like a bunch of fat Guidos would just sit there on lawn chairs while like the construction workers like did the actual work, but for some reason they got a like a big cut of the pie, and all they had to do was sit there and not do anything. That's a no-show job. The Pat's Twitch stream. That's just sit in a lawn chair, eat your sandwich or your fucking bowl of blueberries or whatever the fuck he eats, and just get paid by a bunch of people who feel like they're getting some value out of that. You know what I mean? Hey, don't mention Six Flags, bro. That's I was deprived of that. Hey guys, don't mention anything that I was deprived of when I was a kid, please. I'll have a list here soon enough of that I was deprived of. Yes, I didn't have a children's robe either, so please don't bring that up. Or I won't do shit because I'm an adult. And that's just me though.
Your body the touch. You got the touch. You got the touch. You got the touch. You never bend. You never break. You want to take. You're at your best.
Here's what I thought. Just thought I had. What do you think would happen if you took a list of the shit that Pat, the NES punk, was deprived of, and you just like we made like a big big printout of it, like a big like poster of it, and you took it to like various countries in like Africa and like the Middle East and shit. You'd have to translate some of it, obviously, because they wouldn't know what the fuck Six Flags Great Adventures is. But you just show them a list of this is what people in America are deprived of and what they complain about on their Twitch streams. What do you think about this? Okay, what if you had what if you had Muhammad the NES punk? That's a pretty common name over there. Just okay, things that I'm deprived of: running water, food, transportation, paved roads, not having famine. It's like, get some perspective, motherfucker. You're a fucking, I don't know, or even this country, like go to fucking Flint, Michigan. Show them that deprived list. Smitty, $2 super chat. Does Twitch get 50% of the money from the members? I don't know. My secret assistant would have to. I had a person that helped me on that one. Nostalgic Millennial might be able to give you a key on that one, on the whole does Twitch get 50% of the money from the members?
When it gets rough, you pass it. You got the tag and touch shit like you rule. You take the heat. You're nobody's fool. And you'll never give it. When you're back to the wall, gonna fight to the end. Take it all. Oh, you're your best when the going gets rough. You've been put to the test, but it's not enough. You got the touch. You got the power.
Oh, I think I remember now. From what my assistant was telling me, as now I'm recalling. Apparently, Pat was grandfathered in back when the Twitch streamers got a much more favorable cut of their donations. But if you start Twitch now, it's like a 50-50 split thing. But apparently there's some kind of, if you have been around since this time, you still get the old, the more favorable rate. Man, that lead guitar is not bringing it home whatsoever. The Jim Beam is kicking the fuck in at this point. Oh, thank God.
So Renegades 2025, thank you so much. We are Rex Viper, we play rock out for Ribbon Nuts. This has been so much fun, thank you.
Oh, fun for you, maybe. It's fucking punishing for everyone else. Yeah, it's funny about the holy shit. Normally they say one more song, but everyone's like, holy shit, please stop playing. All right, so I'm not quite ready to leave the dance yet, but I've prepared for you, much like Jesus when he went to heaven to prepare a new home after the rapture. Figured that was an appropriate comparison. We have Bit Brigade performing Mega Man 2 soundtrack at MagFest. Now you may be saying to yourself, what an unoriginal idea. Everyone's done Mega Man 2. Yeah, but they do it live and they do it legit. So this is Bit Brigade. They don't have a celebrity in the band, so I will see the viewers fall as we do this. But fuck it, I don't care. I'm going to expose you guys to what real live video game performance is supposed to be.
We're Bit Brigade. Shut up. Shut up. Hold on a second. Front row. You. Be seven. Who here has seen us before? Show of hands. Yeah! So you know what we're doing. Yeah! Who hasn't seen us before? Alright. This man is Noah McCarthy. Noah likes to play video games just like the rest of us like to play video games. That's why we're here. But Noah's gonna play Mega Man 2 for you real good.
Real good.
And while he's doing that without cheating and using any stupid codes or game guides or anything the pansies need, we're gonna play the soundtrack for him and for you so that we can all enjoy Mega Man 2 as loudly as possible.
Oh yeah, I guess I should give you some like closing thoughts on that Rex Viper thing we just saw, shouldn't I? Yeah, that one was actually a lot rougher than the last time I reviewed their last like live, I guess, publicly available performance that they put online or that got online somehow or another that I got my hands on. Yeah, they I don't know what happened. The tightness was not there. Instruments were out of tune, which is bizarre. I don't know exactly what their situation was. I don't know if they had like a sound check. I'm assuming they did. I don't know what the lineup was for Too Many Games in June of 2025. But, you know, well, even if you don't have a fucking sound check, you're going to have a line check, which a line check is just seeing if the instrument makes noise or not. A sound check is when you get to actually play a whole-ass song before the audience enters the venue. A line check is when you just get up in front of the audience who are already there, and he goes, all right, give me some kick drum. All right, play the full kit. Okay, give me stage left guitar. Give me stage right guitar. Give me center vocal, stage left vocal. And you're just doing a quick little thing to make sure the line works. And the mixer does the... engineer, whatever you want to call him, he does his best job to make sure, you know, the levels are where they should be, and he kind of makes adjustments as the band goes along. Ideally, you want a sound check and not a line check, but either way, your fucking instrument should be tuned. Like, that's just like a non-negotiable, no shit Sherlock thing. This was not the case with Rex Viper in 2025. They've been a live band since 2021. I think Nirvana was a full-ass band for like 6 years, okay? So that just gives you a little side-by-side comparison as to like what they were able to achieve compared to a band with no talent is able to achieve. The lead guitar player's fucking up again. I think he's back on the booze. He wasn't audible. The mix was crappy. Did not hear the farty bass tone for the first two songs. When you did, you kind of wish you didn't. James is blowing his voice out as he does. As he does. That's his thing. James is safely tucked away in the background. He's got the whole plausible deniability thing to where you can't quite pick him out or hear him over anyone else. So it's like you don't really know what he's doing, where he's fucking up or not fucking up. Dino was loud at some points, and then he kind of fit in more into the background at other points. I guess it depended on the patch. Some keyboard patches are inherently louder than others. The drummer fucked up at some points. Yeah, it was pretty rough. It's pretty rough. They definitely kind of regressed with that one. They had a poor show. Captain Schmapton, $2. Happy to see you piping Rex Viper kissy kissy. That made me feel really weird saying out loud. All right, so I'm going to play this. I'm going to take a piss right quick because God must I piss.
I want to hear from everybody in this room who's ready for this to happen. Wait.
Dude, this bass player's sick as fuck, bro. You gotta watch all these guys, but this guy in particular, like, bro, this guy's sick. He's way high up on the neck, because that's how, like, the register of bass that the Mega Man songs were in, it would have been high up on the neck of the bass. It was still bassy, but it was like you could tell it was that like high up on the neck bass octave. It's hard to explain, but he replicated that. 8th notes, 16th notes, and all. They played them.
Control issues.
One brutal Colossus 4. No. Yep. You're gonna have to do it. Yep. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, let's do this thing. You guys ready? Chase it up.
Open this pit. Yeah, in all actuality, the guitarist that they focus on the most, he is pretty scene kid looking, but I mean, who am I to fucking talk about that? Bass guitar, bro. I'll be back. I gotta pee really bad. let you guys get a taste of each one of these. We don't need to play like the whole fucking one because these songs loop, as everyone knows. So Flashman, I don't think has a particularly like great level music. I really wish they keyed in on the bass player more because that dude's just he's like fucking all over like the high octave part of the bass. It's fucking crazy. Fucking bass though, dude, just doing those like galloping like fucking like 16th notes or 8th notes or whatever like that. That's fucking that guy's the MVP of this band if you ask me. old video game music is peak Japanese autism. Of course, it takes talent and discipline. I love that. All right. It just speaks to the, the force that is Bimmy, man. Like, I stopped streaming the Viper and, I'm down 50 viewers. It speaks to the testament of Bimmy and the Viper. Shout out to the OGs who are still watching, by the way, not to make y'all feel like lesser. This was an odd tune. Yes, that is how a bass tone live should sound. Nice, fat, kind of got some nice preamp to it. Gives it some nice kind of slight saturation. Right, he's got his bass tone locked in on this one for sure. Fud Dog Egzuki, maybe I'm just tired, but I could hear Ian Curtis singing to this weird song. I can't hear Ian Curtis singing to anything because I never really liked Ian Curtis's vocals. All right, so that was Crash Man. Let's see what else they picked. Oh, there's Bubble Man that someone wanted me to skip. fucking bass player in the back doing straight fucking arpeggios and shit. Like, why was there no spotlight on him, man? People always neglecting the bass player, and a band like this is like critical. So that was Bubble Man. Okay, we got him in there. I really want to get to Wily's Castle because honestly, dude, these guys kill Wily's Castle. Like, they kill that shit. That's why you're emo bassist, because you're used to being neglected. What another like weird tune to like work out as like a 4-piece band, I guess. Cerebral P, CA20. Sorry, got here late, had to work, and still at work. Have some of the shitty tips I made. Oh, thank you. What do you do for a living there, Cerebral Palsy? Oh no, please don't make me watch the disappearing block part of Heat Man. That'll give me PTSD. Although we only used whenever we got to that part, me and my brother would also use weapon number 2. That was before they developed Rush, I guess. And you just scoot past that area with the easiness. I feel bad for the poor bastards that did that, honestly, but there were certain Mega Man games that went on to where you couldn't just skip them so easily, but for the most part, you could usually use Rush to get through those. And I'm talking about the Rock Band, of course, not the robot dog. This could hang with any fucking prog rock band that I could name off the top of my head. Like, I mean, outside of the fact that it's in 4/4 and it's like not, well, I don't know if this isn't, no, it's probably in 4/4. But like, yeah, those riffs would be like, that's like prog level shit to play on guitar. Then you have these like nerdy little Japanese dudes, probably in a closet with like a MIDI keyboard, and they're like, yo, make soundtrack. You not leave it till you make. And then they're just like, all right. It's like, they didn't have to go that hard, but they did anyway. Back before they even knew this was going to be like a proven like system that people would grow to love 30, 40 years after the fact. All right, well, that was Heat Man, so I think did they already wipe out all 8 of the bosses? Yeah, there's a one. They all start booing Wily. flicking him off and shit. All right, so I believe this is the correct way to play Wily's first level theme if you're gonna do it. Not the Rex Viper way. This is the correct way to do it. Listen to that fucking bass player, bro. Fucking dragon, dude. That bitch was so fucking. Oh, this was such an anxiety. This is probably the first time I ever had anxiety as a kid fighting this fucking dragon part here, man. We had to jump on those because you can see in the right hand corner there, it actually shows like a little image of the game being played as they're playing the soundtrack here. Those weird guitar bend, like shit. They're not showing the other guitar. I want to know how he's doing that exactly, because like it sounds very similar how the game did it, but they only show this guy who he's not doing that part. I was like curious about that. Oh, this is honestly Wily's Castle number 2 stage. For me, this is my favorite Wily theme. Everyone always focuses on the first Wily. This is my favorite theme here. $2 Gagzoogie. Don't look now. 147 watching. Hit the like. Yeah, it'd be cool if you guys did hit the like button. I mean, it's free. That's free. Honestly, you should do it, mate. Don't be a wanker. this boss. This one was pretty easy. If you had Metal Man, Metal Man was like the game-breaking weapon of Mega Man 2 because it was just like too powerful. If you had Mega Man for this boss, it was easy as fuck. This song, aka how this drummer will meet a swift ending to his life. I can't imagine being the drummer for a song like this. Jesus Christ. I think the enemy's weaknesses weren't like super balanced great in Mega Man 2. Like in those later stages, you could just like murk those motherfuckers with the quickness. Apparently, if you had the right weakness. Yeah, with the whole the gameplay part is like that's something I still can't quite wrap my head around, to be honest. Like, I mean, my band plays the tracks, and these guys are like they're like kind of paying attention to the screen, and they just kind of like stop whenever he goes to the next thing, and then that's their cue to play the next bit or whatever. And that, Jesus Christ, that's like a whole nother level of paying attention and playing and focusing. Need a singer to be screaming about Dracula or something. Yeah, for this song, yeah, I could see that for sure. This was the song where they all got to like take a fucking break, like muscular wise. They got to like rest a little bit. Oh, I know. I'll send this over to Screenwave and submit it for the approval of Rex Viper, and maybe they could include this into one of their next mashups. That's a great idea. Thank you for that. I will do that. Bro, I fucking hated this boss. Gave me anxiety as well because you have to use Crashman. That's the only way that you can break those little walls there. And if you don't do it in the exact right, because this shit's it was so fucked up because like they made it to where like you had just enough of Crashman's bombs to where you could, because the only thing that would destroy these little turrets that were shooting at you is that you have to use Crashman's weapon. But you also have to use Crashman's weapon to destroy those walls. But you only had so many bombs, and there were way more walls and turrets. So you had to, like, if this is your first time playing through it, you really had to, like, be very strategic about. Anyway, I'm reminiscing right now, but this boss always gave me anxiety as well, because like if you fucked it up, you had to go through the whole thing all over again. And I don't think they refilled your weapons, so that meant you had to. Yeah, those old NES games were cool, weren't they? This is the classic, you have to do the boss rush at the end of the Mega Man games. They've been doing this since the beginning of time, but I'm just going to skip past this a little bit. Okay, this is where we fight Dr. Wywee. Yeah, there's actually no music at this part in the game.
We all did it together. Yeah. You kick Ronnie's ass, man. Fucking Wiley.
The dude who's playing Mega Man 2 is like really fucking good at this game, by the way. Like, good lord. This guy's like speedrun the fuck out of this game. Alright, GG. Gerald will play some Vomitron. John Retro Guy Bear 699CA, do you think April wears the pants in the relationship? Well, I think that's a foregone conclusion at this point. Nice. Yeah, see, that's how. That's kind of what I expected. Like when Rex Viper was doing their thing, I was like, all right, well, you know, it's gonna be something similar to that. I don't know what I thought actually. I kind of went in not knowing what to expect, and it was shite. I just picked a Castlevania metal interpretation by this Vomitron group. We'll see what this sounds like. I feel like this is all like Metal Jesus Rocks, like background music. Like, hey guys, Metal Jesus here. Today I want to tell you about hidden gems of the PS4. Look, I know we all have a PS4. It's kind of an old system, but I think there's still some games out there that you guys haven't heard about. So stick around. Let's watch. This is Metal Jesus. Theme plays. All right, we're gonna get started with some hidden gems for the PS4. I've already done 4 videos or 5 videos on this topic, but I kind of feel like there's some more hidden gems that maybe you don't know about. So the first game we have is some stupid racing game that only I like, but I'm putting on this list because I have like over 1 million subscribers and you guys are gonna watch this regardless. So yeah, this is kind of what this reminds me of. This is like definitely some background Metal Jesus music. The next thing we have for the PS4, The Last of Us. I don't know if you guys, maybe you have heard of this one, maybe you haven't, I don't know. I just gotta think that it's one of the cooler first-person shooters, third-person shooter, whichever, action adventure games that I've come across. It could be a common game for some of you, but I know there's a lot of you out there who haven't heard of this one. And if you haven't, you should totally check it out. It's super cool. Not to mention the guns, the zombies. It's got everything you need. It's super rad. I don't know. Do I have his cadence down a little bit? I feel like that's kind of a Metal Jesus cadence. A hidden gem in the casting of the Last of Us show on HBO. I gotta say, a lot of people didn't like it. I love Bella Ramsey as Ellie. I think she's great. I just feel like she embodies that character so well, you know? I think a lot of her performances are a little bit underrated by some people who have watched the show, but overall, I gotta say, I think she did a great job embodying the character, and you know, it's never gonna be perfect, guys. But sometimes you need to just kind of look past someone's looks. She might look a little bit like a potato, and kind of focus on the acting. I know that's what I've done. I know I'm a weird looking individual who's gotten quite potato looking over the years, but I still don't know. Do the mold begging? Yeah. I certainly watched that video where he did that, but like I watched it like once when it first came out, and I don't know. I just remember him being like, "Hey guys, Metal Jesus here. I just want to talk to you. A little unconventional video. Might be a little odd for me. My whole basement flooded. Carpet, everything had to be moved. All my games, all 10,000 of my games had to be moved into my wife's room. She's not too happy about that. We haven't fucked in like a couple months now. If you guys could help me like pay for all this shit, I would really I don't know what the fuck. I can't. I ran out of Metal Jesus's cadences there. Do you think Metal Jesus fucked any of those little baddies that he had hanging around his game room back in the day? I gotta think he fucked at least one of them. Yeah, I listened to some Afro Gamer dudes videos, and I had already listened to like, I don't know, man. Like I thought I was good at like bitching about things. That guy is like so much better at bitching about things than I am. All right, I think this is about it for me. I kind of want to keep this one a little bit shorter because like for people who want to go back and rewatch it, I don't want it to be like a 5-hour long video. So I'm just gonna end it here. But thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I guess that's all I got for right now. I need to get to work on my next video, I guess, or something. But yeah, rest in peace, King Cobra. That sucks. Yeah, I think that's all I got. Until next time, have a good rest of your night.